Welcome back, everybody. This is Brian Kirk with Eat to My Own Beat, taking the road less traveled, with another episode of How to Get Citizenship in. And this week we're doing episode 6, which is Antigua and Barbuda. So stay tuned. Also, if you like these videos, if you find any value in the videos, or just like watching me talk and go on and on and on, please like and subscribe and ring that bell to be notified every time I put a new video out, which is every day. And so enjoy. Antigua and Barbudan Nationality Law. Antigua and Barbudan Nationality Law is regulated by the 1981 Constitution of Antigua and Barbuda, the various Antiguan and Barbudan citizenships, the Millennium Naturalization Act of 2004, and various British nationality laws. These laws determine who is or is eligible to be a national of Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua and Barbudan nationality is typically obtained in either of the principle of jus soli, i.e. the birth in Antigua and Barbuda, or under the rules of jus sanguinis, by birth abroad to a parent with Antiguan or Barbudan nationality. It can also be granted to persons with affiliation to the country by investment in the country's development, or to be permanent resident who have lived in the country for a given period of time through naturalization. The nationality establishes one international identity as a member of the sovereign nation, though it is not synonymous with citizenship rights granted under domestic law for domestic purposes. The United Kingdom and thus the Commonwealth have traditionally used these words interchangeably. Acquiring Antiguan and Barbudan nationality. By birth. Birthright nationality applies to persons born within the territory, except for those who are born to persons like foreign diplomats who have immunity from legal processes, or to be foreign parents whose country is at war with Antiguan and Barbudan sovereignty. Persons born abroad to at least one parent or grandparent who acquired Antiguan and Barbudan nationality at the time of independence in 1981, or would have acquired such nationality had the parent not died prior to the independence, or persons born abroad to parents employed in the service to the government or under the authority of the government. By registration. Nationality by registration includes those with familial or historic relationships, affiliations with Antigua and Barbuda. It can also include a scheme to acquire nationality through investment. Persons who who can acquire nationality by registration include by affiliation, persons who were or a widower of the spouse, the national, and who acquired nationality at the time of independence if the marriage has endured for a minimum of 3 years, unless they are legally separated or living apart on October 31st, 1981. Post-independence. The spouse of the national who has been married and living with the national of the territory for a minimum of 3 years. Persons who were Commonwealth citizens who established a permanent residency and who have lived in Antigua for a minimum of 7 years prior to the 31st of October 1981. Persons who are Commonwealth citizens who have become domiciled in Antigua and Barbuda post-independence residents in territory of at least 7 years. Persons who have become a national at independence, but were ineligible solely for having to renounce British citizenship to acquire another nationality. Minors under the age of 18 who are legally adopted by national or would have been eligible by registration as an adoptee while a minor or of a national had a parent not died. Foundlings born in the territory or persons who employ of the government and meet specific tenure of residency service. By investment. Requirements for nationality by investment require payment of fees, which in 2013 were $135,000 per adult and $67,000 per minor child, as well as due diligence fees. The primary applicant must be at least 18 years of age or older, must have made a minimum investment by real estate purchase, contribution to the National Development Fund, or investment in the business in the country. Agents of the Citizenship by Investment Unit are responsible for processing applications. Applicants must pay the non-refundable due diligence fees and 10% of the application fee at the time of the application. Provide a certificate from a medical practitioner certifying good health and lack of communicable diseases for the applicant and the family members, and a police certificate. Successful applicants must take an oath of allegiance. By naturalization. Ordinary naturalization in Antigua and Barbuda can be obtained by adult persons of legal capacity who in the last 12 months prior to submitting the application resided in the territory, are of good character, and tend to be a resident of Antigua and Barbuda. Applicants petition the Ministry of Immigration and Citizenship through the Chief Immigration Officer, who considers the risk of the person posed for public morality and safety, such as criminal acts or activities in or outside the country, which might upset legal or public order, by an undischarged bankruptcy proceeding or an insufficient means of self-sustainability. Payment of fees is required, as our documents support the application. Upon approval, applicants must take an oath of allegiance. Loss of nationality. Nationals may voluntarily renounce their affiliation with Antigua and Barbuda if the declarant is a legal adult and is able to acquire other nationality, eliminating the prospect of statelessness within 12 months. Renunciation may not be accepted if such action would jeopardize the interests of Antigua and Barbuda, is in a war a proposed new source of nationality. Denaturalization may occur if the person obtained nationality through fraud, false representation, or concealment, acts of treason, disloyalty, or service to the foreign government, certain criminal offenses, loss of nationality in a Commonwealth country, or a case of nationality by investment for failure to meet residency requirements of the program. Antigua and Barbuda also allows dual citizenship, which is expressly provided under the Constitution of 1981. So that's how you get citizenship in Antigua and Barbuda. So that should answer any questions you have. If you have any more questions, put them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. And until next time, keep eating to your own beat, take the road less traveled, and have a great day.